And 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Amal, and joining me tonight I have George, Mus, Andy, and Carl. We are the Monday Blues, coming to you with the elimination final against the Brisbane Lions. Finals week 1, Saturday, September 7th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. The Baggers are taking on the Lions at the Gabba. Gentlemen, what a game we have ahead, and quite a bit to talk about with team selection. Now, before we jump into it, let's quickly go around the grounds and just see how everyone is doing. Carl, I'll throw it to you first.
I'm well. Hate these negative comments I've been seeing on social media, and it's team selection, and Mus, you're one of those. And I'm well, man. I'm G'd up. I'm happy. Look, I said it earlier today as well, man. 2 weeks ago, we were panicking. We're probably not going to be there, but we're here, man. Teams are in. Let's go. I'm ready. Mus?
Yes. Early on.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Just how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Been okay. The wind's been horrendous, though. Tell you what.
So bad.
Oh, it's been some restless nights and some windy nights, but keen for Saturday night. Keen. Andy?
Good, man. Good. I'm just keeping up with the scores quickly of the game between Port and Geelong. Looks like we'll be smashing Geelong in a prelim, which is nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it's been a good week. Very windy, as you said, but we're in finals. Hopefully some wind blows up north and goes in the way we're in the first quarter. Georgie, how you doing?
Very well, mate. How good is it having footy back? I missed it on a Thursday night especially, but good. It's like the reset button, having the week off, footy's back. The ends have G'd me up. I'm with you, Carl. I'm raring. Can't wait for Saturday. Amal?
It's been a long week. Man, the wind on Monday, it was a Monday or Tuesday? Monday and Tuesday really set off like a kick-started hay fever this week for me. And it's just been non-stop. Like I've constantly had a blocked nose, sneezing, itchy eyes, itchy throat. Everything's just cooked at the moment. But I am excited for Saturday. It's good to have the footy back. It's good to be watching the footy again on a Thursday night. Team-wise, we'll get into it in a sec. I'm just going to quickly throw it over to George for a sponsor shout-out, and then we'll get into the teams.
I will. I'm just going to share one comment. Actually, this comment's come up in person and on chat multiple times. So Peter Pez has requested that Mus give me a smile, please. There it is.
There you go. You got one. It's going to be bigger after Saturday.
I know Tracy Reed's watching. Tracy has requested it personally as well. So thank you, Tracy. Thanks, Mus. Yes. As always, a big thank you to our sponsor, BluesCrypto.com. Whether you're new to investing, whether you're a seasoned investor, check out BluesCrypto.com. It's both about Carlton Footy Club and currency. So the man behind it, Ur Koken, the Carlton token by Ur Koken. It provides an innovative way to connect with your team while also being part of the market. It is one of the most straightforward things to get on. I think we all and a lot of fans got on at the TJP live show on Saturday. It takes about 3 minutes. Once you're on the website, check out all the socials, Telegram, Twitter. Ur, the man behind it, is absolute champion. He also hosts Ask Me Anything sessions on Wednesday evenings on his YouTube channel. So if there's any questions you might have on the coin itself or the process, you can, of course, reach out to Ur directly, as you can on all the socials. Absolute gentleman, Carlton man, who's been in the crypto game for a while. So where is it? Oh, there we go. Blues Crypto, thank you.
On your.
Nice.
Let's get into the.
Oh no, Macca's in the chat.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Macca and our good friend Charlie, who they're both watching. I'm sure Macca's enjoying the Cats do the business on the Power at the moment. Keen to have you on for the prelim week, mate. When we just before we smash you in a prelim, so enjoy your night. Enjoy Charlie. Send my regards.
Hopefully we can get there. Brisbane Lions versus Carlton's Saturday, September 7th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. Let's get into the ins and outs. We'll start with Brisbane. Going out of the side, what is it? Dara Joyce, Harry Sharp coming in, Jack Payne and Brandon Starcevich. And then Carlton's list going out. Alex Cincotta, Matty Owies with suspension, Jack Carroll, Ashton Moyer, Jackson Binns, and Cooper Lord. And coming in, what a story this is. One that I'm not too sure how I feel about. Sam Docherty, Mitch McGovern, Harry Mackay, Zach Williams, Tom DeConning, and my best friend, Adam Chera. Backline for Brisbane, Dane Zorko, Harris Andrews, Connor McKenna, Darcy Wilmot, Jack Payne, Ryan Lester going up against the forward line of Elijah Hollins, Harry Mackay, Zach Williams, Corey Durden, Tom DeConning, Jesse Motlop. Midfield for Brisbane, Jasper Fletcher, Will Ashcroft, Hugh McCluggage, Oscar McInerney, Josh Dunkley, Lockie Neal going up against the midfield of Ollie Hollins, Paddy Cripps, Blake Acres, Mark Pitney, Sam Walsh, and George Hewitt. Forward line for Brisbane, Cam Rayner, Joe Danaher, Jared Berry, Charlie Cameron, Eric Hipwood, Zach Bailey going up against the back line of Lewis Young, Jacob Werdering, Adam Sard, Sam Docherty, Mitch McGovern, Nick Newman. Interchange for Brisbane, Kai Lohman, Calamarchi, Logan Morris, Brandon Starcevich, and Noah Ainsworth going up. And the interchange for Carlton, Lockie Cowan, Adam Chera, Aratia, Fantasia, Brody Kemp, and Matty Kennedy. Emergencies for Carlton, Jack Carroll, Alex Cincotta, and Ashton Moyer. And for Brisbane, Harry Sharp, Darcy Fort, and Dara Joyce. I'm just going to come in first. This team feels like it's we don't exactly know which team to put out there. Let me come back a step. I feel like this is the biggest problem Carlton has had this year has been inconsistency. Inconsistent with the injury and everything like that. We haven't been able to put a specific team out consistently and long enough for them to sort of, build that chemistry and that bond that successful footy teams need. Why would we now in week one of finals? I get it. Sam Docherty, Mitch McGowan, and Harry Mackay, they're all your A graders and everything like that. But why bring them in when we've just had an opportunity to play a team 2 weeks in a row, close enough? Why would we go now and change it? It just makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
So who doesn't come back in then if you were selecting?
Well, Tom DeConning, is he 100%? Harry Mackay, is he 100%? Mitch McGovern, is he 100%? Sam, I still don't see how. I can't believe it. I can't physically believe how Sam Docherty, after 6 months, can come back off an ACL. When every other single player, it's never been done in the history, as far as I know. I've never seen another player come back within 6 months. Why are we doing it? It feels like Sam Docherty is just going one last throw of the dice. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I'm going to retire. If it has that feeling for me. Do you guys think the same or not? No, it's completely different.
I don't think that we've named six guys who've not consistently played all year, right? And they're not going to get up. I can tell you now straight off the bat, those 6 won't play. You probably get 4 out of them that will play. There'll be 2 that will pull out, in my view. I think Moyer was stiff. I think one of Binns or Lord was stiff as well.
So who doesn't come in? This is the thing.
I get what we're doing. You put your best team out there, and on paper, those guys are the best guys on paper. But McGovern spends more times in the rooms, right? He's not fit. He hasn't been fit. Docherty, I'm not going to comment on because maybe Docherty, Amal maybe hit the nail on the head. Maybe he's calling it quits and he's as close to 100 as he's going to get and get him out there, and his experience and his leadership probably hoping to get us over the line. Yep, let's go with it. I'll take Docherty. But TDK, Chera especially. This is what's this? Take 3.
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing over and over. So I don't know. I think a few of the boys were. I think if they named 3, being Docherty, Mackay, and Williams, I'd go, you know what, that's awesome. but going to 6, that's a bit heavy.
So who you keeping
That's
in?
my view.
If you're keeping three,
Harry plays. Harry
Yeah.
plays. Williams plays. And who was the other one? Harry plays. Williams plays.
Gov. You'd say Gov.
And Doc. No, say Doc. And say Docherty
Alright.
plays.
so of the 6 going out, which 3 you keeping in?
I'm definitely keeping Moya. He's starter. He's not. He's going to be sub. Let's be real. But
Yeah.
for me, he's a starter. Definite starter. He's a starter. Lord's a starter, and Bins is probably a starter for me.
I disagree.
Why?
Like I said earlier, whether it's Carlton or Collingwood or Melbourne or West Coast, if you got players that are injured, your best has to come in, regardless which team you are. Bro, we played kids against St Kilda and lost. You can't take kids up to Brisbane at the Gabba. You're going to get
I'm not
smashed.
saying all. I'm not saying all. But here's
can't
another one
have
for you. You got Durden, Motlop, and Fantasia, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah, I know, but they're at least a bit more
You don't play all
experienced than
three. You
kids.
don't name all three. I don't. That's
You have to,
insanity
Coach.
for me.
That's what we have. You have to play them.
Why do you have
That's
to?
why I look-
You play Moya. You play
You
Moya
have to-
instead of one of them.
You have to play experience. You're in finals.
What experience? Motlop's more experience. Moya shows
Of course
Moya's
he is.
way more level-headed than Motlop. Motlop did nothing.
They played against St Kilda and West Coast. You're talking
Yeah.
Brisbane.
I'll
at the
take Moya
Gabba.
over Motlop, bro. I'll take Moya over Motlop all day.
They're two different players, though. If you bring
Exactly.
in,
We've already got Fantasia and we've got Durden. What do we need another one for?
Fantasia doesn't play in the forward line, and you remember we've already lost Owies.
Exactly. So you bring in Moya.
Why would
Nah,
you? They're not
them.
like for like.
Moya's more likely to play an always role as Durden or Motlop.
Nah, you need Motlop. You seen what Motlop brought last year in finals? You have to persist, man.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it anyway.
I'm with Carl on this. I'm all the way with Carl on this.
I
I
don't know.
like our in.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see some
Cherry-
comments in. Obviously,
Cherry-
the shoulder for
Cherry-
Durden's a question mark. McGovern's injury is a question mark. Doc's injury is a question mark. TDK's foot's a question mark. We're naming 6 out there who have got and have had injuries that potentially are not 100, and you're taking 6 risks. I'm happy to take 3, but not 6.
Bro, we would have got smacked by St Kilda if they had kicked straight. What do you think Brisbane
probably.
would do with a young side up there? Your
I'm not
output
saying
is
young.
gonna
I'm saying
be more.
3. I'm saying
Yeah.
3.
Still, bro, like the 3, they wouldn't hold up, bro, against Brisbane. I think you're going to get more out of a 50% McGovern or a 50% Zach Williams, a 50% Doc maybe out of than Lord, Bins, or even Moya at the moment. I don't think Moya. So everyone's saying Moya's going to be sub. I'd be very surprised if his name's sub. I don't
think he
think.
will
I struggle to see where he fits as a sub, because if Zach Williams is coming in, Harry's coming in, and we're keeping what's his name in the back
Kemp.
line? Lewis Young in the back
Lewis
line.
Young. Yeah.
That means that there's Kemp, Mackay in the forward line. So who, like, do you understand? Where's he going to fit?
I reckon he'll be a laid out, and it'll be either Kemp or Lewis Young will be a laid out.
I hope it's
Kemp?
Lewis Young, not Kemp.
That's the only one that worries me. Lewis Young. I would have kept Chincotta.
See, I thought Lewis Young was quite serviceable in the last game.
I thought Young did okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
Considering-
do remember, he held his own in opening round with no Wiedering.
Hipwood and Danaher, so he probably has to play.
Chincotta is the other one that cooks my brain. You got a team in Brisbane, right? They've got Neil, they've got Zorko, they've got Ashcroft. He could have
Rayner.
tagged any Rayner. He could have tagged any of them. Take any one of them out, and I reckon we're a chance. But we decided to play without Alex Chincotta. That one fries my brain. The guy has been he's been a stay in for the team all year. I don't think he's missed many games.
he didn't play like the first 10 games or like 8
No, but
games or something.
It was because he wasn't in the side. No, he did.
No,
But it
he
wasn't-
missed like the first maybe month or so, maybe 6 weeks.
And then that was because he wasn't being selected. Like, it wasn't injury or anything like that. And then when
No,
came
he
in,
just wasn't good
Yeah,
enough to
wasn't
be in.
selected.
he held his spot. He was the best tagger. Chincotta for Gerard. Fucking fries my brain.
I don't mind that. I think
I don't like
Chincotta,
Gerrard.
other than tagging, Mus called it out the other day. If he's not tagging, then what does he bring into the side? And it's not much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we must not be going for a tagging role. We must be going for an attacking game.
to win.
We don't want to play like a negating game. So I think we're
Fine.
trying to match them out of the middle.
But we thumped Geelong by 10 goals when when Chincotta was tagging. That stretch of games, stretch of 5 or 6 games, Chincotta was playing as a tagger, as a very, very effective tagger, and was still able to get himself on the scoreboard and everything like that.
So my reasoning for that would be the reason why we're not playing Chincotta. It goes back to just what I was saying. Where it's the Gabba's a fast pitch, right? And I think you can score heavily from center clearance. And if we're down a midfielder because we're too busy tagging someone, then you're giving the opposition an extra clearance player. So I think it's historically known. You get the clearances, you smash the clearances, you're going to score more than the opposition on the Gabba. So I think having a tagger, like you're already down a clearance player, you're already down, a kicker. So that could be the reason. I think Chincotta hasn't been great. I think he's unlucky to leave the side. I don't think, but yeah, I see why. I think if that's the reasoning in my head, if they're on the same reasoning that it's we're playing a fast center clearance game, which is interesting because we've got the 2 rucks as well. So that's the worrying part for me. We're playing 2 rucks. Hasn't worked for us all year, and they're going for it again.
I reckon it's because Tom DeConey is going to spend most of the time up forward.
If he does, you can't play both Lewis Young and Kemp. One of them falls out straight out.
Moya doesn't get a game. Moya won't be sub.
Maybe Kemp's a sub.
I'm gonna pivot slightly because I've been holding in my excitement. I'm G'd, man. I don't think I've been this excited after a team selection. I know it might be premature, and actually, shout out Terry's in the chat. Fire the fuck up. I feel more confident after viewing the team in the lineup. It's probably been one of the best lineups I think I've seen in a little while. I don't. Maybe this is dumb optimism, but
on paper,
no. In all honesty, everything says that we're not going to win. The odds, the media, the form line, the injuries, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, and I don't like the favourites tag. I actually prefer that we're the underdogs because this is where we thrive. Doc in spiritual leader. I'm sure it will G every single player coming out there. Imagine running out with him when 6 months ago, that was the last time you did, and he's been there doing the hard yards, and you're running out with him right now. The club's taking a risk. Absolutely, everyone that runs out. It's a risk. We have a lot of players that have injury clouds over their heads all year round. Doc is no doubt a consummate professional who has done all the right things, ticked all the boxes. He knows his body well. If he had a bit of doubt, he may harbour some doubt. Who knows? But if he had a little bit of doubt, he would have said, you'd hope that he said, don't take. I don't want to take someone's spot where I'm not 100%. He's ticked all the boxes. He's passed that, and don't forget what he's done in finals. Bloke dislocated his shoulder and rose up in the 4th, and that kicked to acres and setting up the first one. I remember the first one to Cottrell last year, spiritual leader, absolute gun on the field. And no doubt, unfortunately, if for someone like Binns, if Doc is fit and he's ready to go, Binns has got to go. The one that makes me a little bit uneasy, the Chera for Lord. I think I out of all the kids that got dropped, I feel like Lord is probably that one who could have probably held his own on Saturday because he's been doing a good job. He's tough in and under. Moya, I'm just looking at the Moya one. There's a lot of talk about he can't run out a VFL game. It's 28 and humid on a Saturday night in Brisbane. I'd love to see him start. Absolutely. I think he's going to be a fantastic player for our forward line, but it's one of those things, and it's like a double-edged sword. You don't want to take players in that can't play the full 4 quarters, which is, I think, why, Jack Martin would have worried me. At the same time, he's one of our hardest hitting forwards and one of our best forwards, I think, when he's fit and on the park. McGovern, you know what he does for Weeders. If he's 70 or 80%, we don't know. They might not be fit. They might be fit. You got to play him. This is the roll of the dice right now at team selection. and you're playing on it with house money at the moment, you just got to roll the dice and go. Harry had the quad against the Hawks, seemingly a little bit innocuous. He's back in. What our best forward this year, our best forward all year, and bar none, right? We've got our best forward back. A lot of people say missing Charlie. We have our hardest working forward back. You know, Charlie allegedly can only run in a straight line and can't move laterally the last couple of weeks is the word coming out of the club. Zach Williams to hopefully bring something into that forward line. Tom, do you persist with the 2 ruckmen? Do you make a late change? Do you take Pito out if TDK is fit and firing? At the same time, who's their ruckman? Is it Oscar McInerney, the big Oscar?
Yeah.
So you saw Pito done an okay job in the first half last year against him. I don't know. I feel good. I feel positive. The one thing that Chera's coming back from injury a couple of times and he's taken time to sort of build up. But I would have maybe liked Lord, but I don't know. Just some of these names coming in has G'd me up a little bit, and I feel optimistic. I think if we pressure, if we bring 4 quarters of pressure, Brisbane are going to come. Brisbane are going to. It's great to start. It's great to have a fast start, but we know, and we saw it last year, Brisbane will eventually come. So stemming that flow and keeping pressure on them, because we saw what Collingwood did to them. If you just keep pressure on, they'll fold. And I look at what happening in opening round as well. Lewis Young held his own. We had no Wiedering. We had no Walsh. The young kids stood up. And going back to sort of what Carl's saying, if your best players are almost close to 100% fit and fit, you just got to play them. Like every week now, like this could be our last preview for the year.
Yeah, but all George, all, you know what I mean? Maybe not 6. I would have gone with 4, not 6.
Yeah, but you got the others played more. Like McGovern was only 2 weeks ago. Like these players have played. They haven't been out for a long period of time.
Bro, McGovern will spend some time in the room regardless.
That's all right. Let him go to the room. Let him have a breather.
Yeah, but that's standard.
And Chera won't play out the game. I actually don't think he'll get up. I think Lord will be a late in. I really hope, actually.
That's the only one I'll probably change. Like George said.
Carl, are you saying that regardless, because we're in this situation, you always have to play the older heads?
It's the normal thing.
It's how it is.
You have
it's
to.
how it is.
It's how it is. Rugby.
I don't think it's
AFL,
the normal thing.
The truth is,
What was that?
Wrong clip.
What just happened?
What the fuck was that?
Mal just what was going? Oh, fucking hell! Mal just turned this into an Islamic lecture. Jesus,
I'm so confused. I was looking for reference.
It was the wrong clip.
So I'm gonna get us back on track. I think Chera is a good in. If he's fit, I'd love it. Bring him in.
Can we go to a commercial?
It's shown time and time again. He's not the type to come back and just get his 30 touches. But it's not a game to build in.
Fuck it, back him. If he's saying he's fit enough, and the coaches and the selectors have picked him, bro, we just go with it. We just go with it. So I don't know. I just think it's a shit time to start like going against the boys now and not backing them.
Definitely not going against. I wouldn't have gone with 6 guys who were not.
You're definitely going against. You're definitely going.
Not 6, bro. Not 6. I'm not fully against, but I would have kept 2. I would have kept Lord, and I probably would have kept Moyer.
No, I wouldn't have kept Moyer. I wouldn't have kept.
I would only kept Lord. Lord for Chera. That's the only one I would have. And it might happen.
Yeah. And again, the questionable one for me, is Durden, Fantasia, and Motlop. Not all 3.
I think Motlop is probably a little bit fortunate that Owies is suspended.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would have been under question, but you got to have balance. You got to have balance in there, right? So Durden's shoulder is a question, yes, but I think the club prefers he's harassing off the ball. He's smart. He's probably one of our smartest small forwards. Like I know he doesn't hit the scoreboard as often, but if he can continue keeping that pressure on in the forward line. Motlop, what Carl said before, you can turn it on in a final. He's probably lucky that he's kept his spot with always being suspended. We don't really have that much of a choice now. You got to have some smalls. You got to have some crummers there in front. Fantasia, I thought he was serviceable against the Saints. Gives you something different again in that half forward as well. I think if Always was playing either Motlop or Durden. Probably Motlop would be in a little bit of strife, purely because of his last couple of weeks. But you got to have a couple smalls there.
I'm going to throw one out there. My concern is we've got one wing covered with Blake Acres. He's going to do a stellar job. Who's on the other wing?
Ollie Hollands.
Ollie.
Holland.
Yeah, Ollie.
And who's going to rotate? Because they're not going to both run out the game on the wing. We haven't got that rotation. Well, I think we had Bins doing it for a while.
Docherty will run on the wing. He's shown apparently he's like sprinting, bro. Like, and he's got the tank. So
Apparently
Yeah, he's done like intense training.
yeah.
Apparently he was
He's-
training. Apparently he was training for the wing too.
I think that's just to get K's into his legs.
I'll be wrapped. I'll be wrapped. No, I'll be wrapped to see that.
You
Just
know
trying
what?
to cover all bases. Just trying to cover all bases.
I'd hate like the Sam Docherty story is A1, right? It's wonderful to see him come back after 6 months into the side. You know, he did it. He did his ACL opening round, and he's now back week 1. That's 26 weeks. 26 weeks, right? Usual ACL, 52 weeks. Normal ACL. So in half of the time this guy's coming back, it is a wonderful feel-good story, and it will 100% G up the boys in the change room before they walk out onto the field. 100%. That's guaranteed. It's G'ing me up right now thinking about it. What I'm worried about, and this is the same for Chera, is what if these feel-good stories amount to nothing? In the sense that Docherty comes out and re-injures his ACL,
And it doesn't click. It doesn't
It
click.
is what it is.
It's the roll of the dice. I think if you're Voss, right, and there's if there's internally, you know, these players are putting their hand up, and he goes with a very young side, and then we go one down potentially. There's so many hypotheticals, right? There's so many hypotheticals that we can talk about. But if you go one down, or you go in with players that can't run out 4 quarters in humid conditions, sticky conditions on Saturday night at Brizzy, and then there's going to be questions either way on team selection. But this is his chance to say, I want to get my best attacking, game-changing players on the park that are at least as close to 100% as possible. And I won't die knowing. I'm just going to give it a crack.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we'll find out, I guess, on Saturday. It's think of internally everyone putting their hand up. Everyone's trained the house down allegedly this week. I was surprised with TDK personally. I didn't think he'd get up this week. From all reports, he's going to need another week or whatnot. Charlie was, again, not as confident of him getting up, but shit, if he's fit, you know, the 2 ruckman thing is an interesting call. As you said earlier, India hasn't really worked as well all year. Do you leave TDK predominantly in the forward line as an option?
We have to. I feel like we have to. I feel like for the players we've got in the side, TDK has to play up forward, and Harry goes up the ground. TDK stays within that, 35, 40 meter range. Harry up the ground. Pitternet just sits on at the contest, and hopefully, at least brings it to ground. Hopefully, he makes the contest first of all, and then hopefully he can create a contest. And I think we're just going. We've removed a lot of pace out of the team, which is like another thing that I'm a bit, I feel like we've lost a bit of pace. But Docherty come back in, Zach Williams come back in, that kind of brings a little bit back. Man, I don't know. I'm hanging on the idea of Chera from last year, and if he can replicate that, then I reckon we're good.
I think this reset, this it's like a bit of a clean slate. This side, the players playing together now have not played together in quite a while, so I think that will galvanise the team. Doc back could be anything, but that the other blokes running on with him will find something else. So I think that's maybe what Voss is trying to do. He's just trying to tap into something else, and he's still well. You'd hope he's still a very serviceable footballer. He had his quad graft or whatever he done that surgery that a couple other players had done that allegedly you recover from a lot faster, rather than the full traditional 10 to 12 months. Guy's a consummate professional, and he's come back from so much. So I really hope that however, if you've got to manage his minutes and run out, he's still an elite professional. His fitness is one of the fittest blokes out there. So I can't wait, man. I feel good. I feel good about the team. Sorry, Andy, go.
Yeah, see, I think the Docherty move it's just a desperation move by the club. I think it's just desperation. Like Amal said, great story. You know, it's the Carlton Football Club special. We love a great story.
I was literally thinking that as soon as they announced it. It's the feel-good story before or after.
So for me, it's like, look, I'm going to trust him. But the flip side of that is what happens if he, if worst case happens, he goes down, doesn't hold up. It's first, second quarter, next minute, we're down a player. What's that going to do for the team morale?
Yeah.
Seeing him go down, and then what's it going to do for his own career? Like, at what point do you say, all right, let's look after the man now? If he can go on another year, sweet. I think this is what Carl said earlier. I think this is his last swing at things, and he's saying, you know what, I'm going to die on this sword, and I respect it, but
at what cost?
Yeah. Well, at what team cost? I don't really care about the individual cost. Like, you know what I mean? You can't really care. It's a team sport.
And he'll be right, boys. He'll be right.
Yeah, I think
he'll be right, boys.
It's not just that.
But I think it will be, Carl. But I think it's important to also, like,
bigger picture.
You got to think bigger picture as well. Like himself, team. Like if the worst case happens and his body doesn't hold up, bro, we're fucked.
It's known. We get injuries in every game, but bro, this is the thing. And taking six risks. It's with Docherty on top of that. I don't know. I don't like it.
Let it happen, mate. Mate, just be positive, mate. We've got this. Just calm the fuck down.
Bro, right? It's the definition of insanity. Every single game we get an injury. Oh, so what do? Throw more fucking injured bodies straight at it. Give them all 6.
Yeah, but we have to put them in. If they're putting their hands up and they're fit enough to play, if they're saying they're fit enough to play, and we have to take them for their word, right? We don't know. Yeah. We don't know what's going on inside the club. If they're saying they're fit enough to play, you have to play them. All of them. So
I'm going to double down, and hopefully we're going to talk about it being a masterstroke. I'm going to double down and absolutely have full confidence in it. I'm looking at the names, right? Mitch McGovern. What was the injury for Gov?
Everything. Bloke's always injured.
Gov,
I don't even know.
Harry was a bit of a innocuous one, and at the end of the Hawks game, I think he's okay. He's had a couple of weeks off. That's okay.
He'll be fine,
Zach Williams, again, like perennial. He's been injured a lot, but I think he's going to be okay. The 3, I think, if you're going to look at the 6, I'm looking at 3 question marks whether they're 100% or not. TDK, you have to, obviously, there's been 6-7 weeks. Was it the North game? Chera, again, one of those ones where he's had a few consecutive injuries, and he just reminds me of like a Dion Pressia now. So like, hopefully he can come back to his best, because his best is scary good. And then Doc being the large question mark, but this guy has been is ticked every box, right? So there is a duty of care. There's a duty of care that he has to himself. There's a duty of care that the doctors have to him. There's a duty of care that the physio, the club have all ticked off and signed off. And, allegedly, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Doc was saying, I'm ready to go, right? So unbelievable scenes, I'm sure. But I think for me, that's one that, we talk about there's 6 question marks, but in reality, it might be closer to 2 to 3. That's my thinking anyway.
We'll be right, boys. Brisbane will be the scared ones here. We got nothing to lose, man. We're going up.
See, I don't like that mentality, Carl.
No,
we've got everything to lose.
Almost 2 weeks ago.
I'm with you, Andy.
Almost 2 weeks ago, season was done.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been done.
Blazing.
No, I get that. I get that.
That's what happened.
But we're in the same position as Brisbane. We're in the same position as all. We've got everything. We've got a season to lose.
Exactly.
So it's not a free hit for me.
That's for me. These players have to come in.
All right. So what? Like I don't know. And I get you. This is why. Yeah, I agree with you there. But I don't agree with the mentality of we've got a free hit. It doesn't matter. Like you know what I mean? We just go all. Nah, bro. We've got to think. All right. What happens when we win? But we've got half a team that's injured now. They're fucked. They can't. We've got no one to come in the next week.
But it basically is a free hit. Thanks to
But
Port
it's
Adelaide.
not. It can't be. No, we can't think of it like that, bro.
We need to be tactful. No, you need to be tactful.
We
not
have
just
to
that,
go
but we earned that spot. It can't be a free
I
hit.
understand that. But that's why we have to go crazy. We can't all leave all these players out and Ollie Lord play, and we have to bring these players in.
Not all,
Whether
bro.
they're
I'm
not
not
100% or not, they have to come in.
But at what cost? This is what I'm saying. Like, at what cost? How much of a risk is, like, where do you draw the line on risk? Right? Like, for me, the only one that really worries me, honestly, is Docherty and Chera. The others, sweet.
100%.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Chera historically, and I'm backing him to come in strong, but historically doesn't come in strong after injury, right? And he'll fucking probably get hurt again, unfortunately. And Doc, that just worries me. Again, we got to trust the doctors. I understand all that, and we, like George said, there's a duty of care there, but it's just how much of a risk is too much of a risk. You know, like bro, it could, all right, it could pay off, and inshallah, hopefully it does, and I'm praying it does. But if it doesn't, at what cost now have we done to the players? What happens if Chera goes down and now all of a sudden he's got a hamstring that, you know what, it's going to make him miss 6 months of preseason. Now he's going to go into another season without a preseason. What happens if McGovern does his back again? Or like, do you know what I mean?
But
they got to be ready to play, man. It's a professional league.
I hope so.
They have to be ready.
But you just said it's a professional league.
Yeah.
There is nothing professional about what Carlton's done with their injuries
At all.
Absolutely nothing.
But any club will be doing the exact same thing. I said it earlier, man.
100%.
If this was round 20, would we be seeing these 6 names saying in?
No.
I reckon we will.
At the same time, probably, yeah.
I reckon we will, man. Because if
No
they're ready,
chance,
they're gonna
bro.
come
We
in.
haven't done it at all.
If
Bro,
they're
you're
ready,
not going to
they're gonna come
name
in.
all
Doctors are not
6
gonna
at
clear it
round
if they're
20.
not ready. Doctors are not
I'll
going
tell
to
you-
clear it.
Doctors
But not
clear
all 6 are gonna
Petrarca to
play.
play. Doctors clear Petrarca to play. The doctors don't have everything covered, bro. And
Which one? When he got
historically,
injured
with
in the
Carlton, the historically Carlton, bro, we don't make the smartest decisions with our injured players. I'm with you, Carl. I'm actually with you. These players have to play, but my anxiety is telling me, fuck, we're taking too much of a risk.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm actually
more
with
worried.
you. Go
I'm
hard.
more worried about Chera's hammy than Docherty. I'm not worried about Docherty. I reckon
I
he'll be
hope so.
fine. I reckon he'll be
I
top
hope
5 place for Carlton.
So Chera, for example, like I said, he's the only one for me that I would have said, you know, I would have loved to see Ollie Lord play because I feel like he's built for finals. I reckon this kid is an absolute gun. Out of all the young kids, I wouldn't have felt as much confident with Moya and Binns. But I look at someone like a Chera. If it was earlier in the season and he's had the 4 or 5 weeks off, if he plays VFL and then comes in, are you happier there, or if you say, oh, he's fit, play him?
I'd love to say Chera's going to impact George, but I don't think he's going to do anything. And
Maybe
I actually wholeheartedly believe he's not going to even get up.
Maybe he's the
I don't
start.
think he'll play.
I'm absolutely backing Chera for 28 plus and a goal. House. 28 and a goal.
I think it's
Hey,
also
just quietly. Sorry, boys. Geelong's up by 49 points.
Flaggers.
see them.
Can't wait
find
to
them in the
smash them
prelim.
in the prelim.
We'll have the mental edge over Geelong after smashing them by 10 goals. And speaking of mental, I just want to give a quick shout out, just a slight sidetrack. A good mate, Richard Rash Hussain from the change room. He does a show on the Jumper Punch. He released a book recently, For the Record and Off the Record, Leadership Lessons from the Music World. If you haven't seen Rash's show on Jumper Punch, the change room, it is on Thursday nights. It was on earlier. Definitely get around it. Absolute gentleman of a bloke.
Second best show on YouTube.
and a fantastic read. The way he's done it as well, with very digestible short stories, basically not going through and sort of naming names from his time in the industry, but a man that's well known across Australia and Dubai and the music scene as well.
Mm-hmm.
Great man, Carlton man, a good mate of ours as well. So on your Rash, congratulations on the book launch, sir. For the record and off the record, you can get it on Amazon as well, and all. Check it out online.
Great book, by the way. I've finished it this week. Very good book.
I don't know how to read.
Does it have any pictures, George? Asking for a friend.
It does not have any pictures. It has a picture of Rash on the back.
Nice.
So what was?
Can he
what
play
was
footy?
everyone-
Might as well put him on the field on Saturday.
Well, mate, he could rev the bloke. He's mental.
He's a hypnosis guy. He does hypnosis.
Get him out there for Chera's
Head
hand.
out.
I'm trying
Shout
to
out
get Moose to jump on, and we.
Shout out Pommy in the chat. Good lad is the rash hypnosis expert. He is spot on. Great to
Yeah.
see you, Pommy, on Saturday night as well.
Pleasure.
What was everyone's immediate thoughts as soon as the Docherty video came out and the Docherty announcement that he was playing?
I
First,
cried.
Yeah, it was up there.
No, I didn't cry, but it was great. It was great. It was great.
It was good.
But I cringed a bit. Not like because it was like cringeworthy, but like I want to see this bloke just live life comfortably, man. You know what I mean? He's had a hard life, bro. Like, and then the video where they announced, Cripper announced it, and the boys almost drowned the bloke.
Don't touch him.
This bloke's knees in the air.
Yeah, there's questions about that. There's 65 of them in a 2.5 meter pool. There's some questions to be asked. Anyway, as soon as that announcement came, it came up on my Facebook. I was scrolling through TikTok, and literally the first video. This may be coincidental, or it might be a sign. I don't know. It's not an Islamic video. I promise you, this one is not an Islamic video.
No.
But this is the first. I shit you not. I'm not even joking when I say this. I saw the announcement, got out of Facebook, opened up TikTok, and this was the first video that came up.
Here he is now, Thomas McConnell, warming up on the touchline. 24 total months he's been out with a succession of injuries. Aye, that's right. Torn hamstring, turf toe, and who can forget that tragic incident on the Dodgems. He was lucky to walk away with a concussion. Others, not so lucky. Lest we forget, referee signals he's about to come on. I don't think he's looking good, to be honest. Touches the ground for Jesus. Here we are, he's up. Oh, and he's holding his hamstring again. Yep, you can see where he's holding that old Dodgems injury. I can see him holding it. He's trying to put a brave face on it. No, he's walking. No, oh, and he goes to the ground, and that's it. Oh, this is just a disgrace. The fans won't forgive that. They've really turned on him. What is he doing? You can imagine the kind of hand signals that they're making. This is drivel of the highest order. This is just sad.
Sam Docherty's getting out first quarter. I can see it happening now.
Why did you even put that out there, bro? Well, don't put that out there. Maybe Chera, not Docherty, but maybe Chera.
No one.
I'll tell you what. I didn't think when I logged on tonight I would hear Jesus and Muhammad Hoblos in the same preview. What the fuck is going on?
We are now the religious blues.
What is going on?
You got the Islamic section with Amal, Mustafa, and Khalid, and then the Christian section with Georgie and Andy. Try to convert everyone by the end of the episode.
Hey,
there's no atheists left.
Whilst we're fully off track, can we just talk about a short video that was sent to you, Andy, earlier today?
Oh, Aiden was supposed to cut his hair, shave his head. He said he'd do the Georgie. Give him a suss of what he did.
So, if for anyone who doesn't remember, a couple of weeks ago, it was before the West Coast game. He said, "If we make finals, I'll get the George cut." Now, if anyone it's a number 0 at the moment, right? So the George cut, Aiden, you know what's coming, bro. Like, this is Aiden's supposed George cut. It's a 3-second video, so just have a look. He's done a side fade.
He actually just got my haircut. He got the cow cut.
Oh, Aiden. No,
that's piss poor effort. Just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that was for charity. Come on, Aiden. Pull up. Where's the game going to be won?
Anyway, with all that being said, Carlton by 60.
At the Gabba.
Good call. But what's the key? What is it? Where's the key matchup? What's the key thing that we have to either negate or focus on? Like, where is it going to be won?
Brescia.
I think out of the middle. I think for me, out of the middle, whoever scores the most out of clearance work is just going to win the game. Our contests, so our stoppages have been atrocious this year, especially defensively. I think if we can, by miracle, clean that up this week, I think we win. I think stoppage and clearance is where the game will be won. Carlos, looks like you got something to say.
Nah, I'm with you, man. Just everywhere, man. Pressure.
I'm scared. scared of their tools up forward with
not.
Danaher, Hipwood. If they hit the scoreboard, no. Listen to me, George. Listen,
What shit?
listen. Now, if they hit the scoreboard early and they kick straight, and you got likes of Loman and Berry and I don't know, man. We got Lewis Young.
Bro,
If he has one of those games, we're in trouble.
Lewis Young will put Rafael Nadal from Aldi in his pocket, bro. I'm calling it right now. The fake Rafael Nadal Hipwood, Lewis Young will put him in his pocket.
What
I'm
Duke
calling
from
it.
Scream?
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
Danaher.
Moose, I don't like your negativity, bro.
I don't like you at all, man, Moose. Just shut up.
In,
No,
fuck
you're
him.
talking to me, Carl. I had your back, bro. I was like,
Hey, you know what kills me, but that's a hostile ground, the Gabba, and they got all their
Yep.
tunes playing, Cameron
Yep.
and Frozen and Hipwood and all the rest of them.
Yep.
I hate that. I hate it
right,
with a passion.
We'll be right, mate.
Yeah, we'll be good, bro.
I hope.
Have faith. Have
Yes.
faith. Man.
Shout out Costa in the chat.
We've won one game out of the last 5 and we've played shit sides. What faith, man?
Yeah, we're fucked. We're gone.
We're in finals, bro. We're in finals.
Yeah, different game. I'll get that.
That's it. New season. It's a new season.
Hey,
You got to have
Geelong
faith.
was no chance tonight.
Oh, who said there were no chance, bro?
Well,
Bro.
Tom Stewart out. They were paying $3,
But
bro.
in Adelaide.
These guys
come
are
on.
finals experts. They just
Yeah.
seem to just bring
Mate,
it
they're up
every
by
year
54
and
points. They're up by
Yeah.
54 points.
I'll make the granny.
Just
I'll make the
just
granny.
let's all find accommodation for next week at Sydney, boys. That's all I care about.
That's it.
We've got
Yeah.
it. We've got it.
I'm
mate.
gonna give a
I feel
shout out.
good.
Speaking of that, I had a chat regular Naz come in to the to my shop.
Sorry, Omar. I had to put that one up. It's hostile
That's
for
brilliant.
the Brisbane supporters. Maybe
gotta
when you're
bring
there, Omar.
If
We've
you've
gotta
ever
bring
been
up
to
the
the
video.
footy with Omar, you know exactly what he's talking about. I want to give a shout out to Naz, who's a regular in our chat. Came in, saw me at the shop this week. Had a good hour chat with him. He's going up to the game with his son, and in true Carlton supporter fashion, hasn't booked return flights. He's going to potentially book a flight to Sydney straight after the game and just go straight to Sydney. I love it. I love the confidence. Yeah, so shout out. Yeah, Naz, absolute pleasure.
George,
Yes.
that's what your brother all night has been on my level. So can someone get on his back, please, too? It's not fair.
Shout out Oz. Oz is in the chat as well. On your Oz.
Pleasure to meet you, bro. Hope bowling went well over the weekend.
Great to meet you, Oz.
I spoke about bowling today.
You did. Pin pals. We want to start a bowling group. I recommend. I put forward the name Pin Pals. I think that's brilliant from The Simpsons. If anyone knows any names, wants to put forward any names for our bowling club,
Religious bowls.
Just for some context for everyone, before we became a podcast, it was supposed to be a bowling team.
that's right.
I was going to say the last time we tried to discuss the bowling team, it ended up
Started a
ended up
podcast.
created this. Oz, that's Oz. He's watching the qualifying final between Port and Geelong and tuning into us. Appreciate it, Oz. We
What a man.
Cats have got the job done.
Yeah, it's done.
Back to George's question. How do we win this?
I'm with Carl on pressure. I'm absolutely with Carl on pressure. I think if you look at the sides that have beaten Brisbane, and that you look at our third quarter against them in the opening round, you look at where they especially lacked earlier in the season. If you put pressure on them, they crumble, and I fully back that. If we just continue to harass, do our thing, don't forget, like we haven't even spoken. We've spoken about all the things that might go wrong. We haven't spoken about Patrick Cripps back in the finals.
Hmm.
We haven't spoken about Harry Mackay back in that forward line. We haven't spoken about, Adam Sard getting around to the Gabba, Jacob Wiedering doing his thing like he always does every single week. We haven't spoken about all the things, all our strengths, all our tools. And having the Smalls harassing their backline, having our players negate theirs. I'm very interested to see what role they give Doc. To be honest with you, like, is he going to play a run with role? Like, his fitness is fantastic. If he's just going to run with a player, the pressure, keeping up that pressure for 4.
Block your brother,
and
bro.
again,
Just don't worry about it. Just block your brother.
4. What's he doing?
Wow.
Disgusting
He just
comment.
went, he just went low. That was
Terrible.
low.
I'm not even sharing.
Come on, Joe. Come on,
Don't
mate.
share it. Don't share it. Drop his address. Just drop his address. Let chat find him.
Hey, you know who you need to watch out for this week? If Blake Acres can show up final style again, I like
Forgot
that.
about Acres. Acres.
You just know Akers is going to show up. You know what, George? What you just said actually geared me up a little bit, just because of the fact that I genuinely forgot about Walsh.
Positives.
Yeah, the positives. I forgot about Cripps. I forgot about. You could kind of say Walsh in his 2024 season, yes or no, maybe. But Akers, the Hollands brothers, Harry Mackay has had a really good year, and he's back. Like, he's probably one of the players in that ins list that you're comfortable with, because he's only missed a couple of games. He hasn't missed a
Walsh was
large
the best
body of
finals
games.
player 2023.
Yeah, but he's gotten nowhere near that. And yeah, he's
right, he
probably
wants to play
injured and
finals
everything else, and maybe
He hasn't played finals since 2023. Hey, if it clicks, it clicks, yeah? Like, if it clicks.
100%.
I'm in. I'm all in. I think
what if
we
it does
win.
click? What if it does?
It's going to click. I truly believe it's going to click.
Just
This
don't
is
do
going to
what
be the
they did
goalpost of last year. We're going to go on a run now.
I hope. Hey, that would be sick. I just hope it's not for one quarter like it was against Brisbane last year.
We
Remember
just got to
that?
win 4 games. Just 4 games. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, but if it clicks for one quarter, we could probably win the game.
Probably.
If we score goals.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by click. We should be called the Clicks. The bowling team's called the Clicks. I like it.
Shout out Oz in the chat. I'm getting a Carlton membership next week. I tell you what, mate, you left it a bit late.
For next year.
The member zone package, I think. And I will be in Mooney Ponds most likely for the elimination final.
Mus, where
Well
you
done,
going
Oz.
to be?
Hmm?
Where you going to be?
For what?
Who is this bloke?
Khalid's house. And Khalid.
We're all going to Carl's house to watch the game. I'm actually leaving my sister's 30th birthday.
I'll just drop the address in the chat now for
Yeah,
those who want
just message me. I'll give you my address.
I haven't even told my sister yet that I'm leaving her birthday.
I live
Her
in Furak.
30th birthday party. I'm leaving it for 3.5 hours to watch this game. And then I'm going to try to sneak in. Hopefully no one realizes that I've left. So,
I'll tell you what, if we get up, we won't be sneaking in, I can tell you that.
oh, mate, if we get up,
I reckon if we get up, Andy's not going back.
I'm going to Sydney. Oh,
So how are we getting to Sydney?
so, driving. I want to drive.
Probably.
Yeah, in.
I want to drive
Yeah.
up.
Dategate again. Dategate 2.0.
That gate. In.
Exactly where I live.
Predictions.
Let's start with
Geelong
Mal.
will win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon we start with the Mal today.
Go, Mal.
Yeah, go.
Mal the Mus.
Because Amal gets away. Amal gets away with us doing all the time. It's always George. Mus gets away. You know what?
That's
Let's
George.
get Mus and then Amal. I want Mus and Amal to go first.
At the same
How about we
time.
go at the same time?
It's
Same time,
probably-
man. Same time.
It's probably a good idea. I don't know. The Docherty in, the Chera in makes me incredibly uncomfortable. McGovern, Mackay, TDK, and Williams. Well, maybe not TDK, but the rest of them I'm quite comfortable with. They've only missed a couple of games. But Docherty's a big risk. Chera's a big risk. The way that we're going to send it into our forward line with both Harry Mackay and TDK and maybe Kemp, we've got 3 tall forwards in. It makes me worry for Chera's hammy, because if the expectation is bomb it long, then Chera's hammy's not going to be able to handle that, and bang, second quarter he's off with a hammy, and we're going to have to bring in our sub, and then we're going to be another.
Why'd we let this guy go first, man?
You asked for it. That's what I'm doing.
This was a bad idea. Block me, bro. Block me. This guy's just negative.
So with that being
So
said,
what's your
with that
thing?
being said, I reckon
Yeah.
Carlton by 2 goals. Carlton by 2 goals. Harry will kick 4. Cripps is going to show everyone why he deserves the Brownlow this year. And Cherry will still get injured.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't think
No.
Cherry runs out the game. He makes me up.
Can I
Timestamp
go
this
now?
right now.
Quote it, print it, frame it. If we win, I'll get the one going to. Ooh.
done.
Nice.
Lies.
Shout out to Scotty Tompkins. Always remembers the great stories. Joe Silvani's in the crowd. We love Joe.
All right.
Moose?
All right. All right. The 6 named won't play for starters. I think 4 will get up. 2 will be
I
out.
thought you said all.
No. 4 will play. 2 will be out. I've got a feeling that either one of Lewis Young or Kemp will be out. Or maybe one of the smalls. I don't think we'll go with all 3, Fantasia, Dirt, and Motlop, but we'll see. Just a sneaky feeling. But if we do click and we don't get any injuries, we'll win, and I think we'll win by 27 points. Comfortable win. Yeah, solid.
What a-
nice.
What a
What's
Yeah.
the negative episode?
No, because you G'd me up, boys. Well, I'm
Win it by
hanging on
5
to that. I'm just hanging on to what if it clicks? What if Harry just owns the 50? You know? What if? Yeah, true.
Go on,
Maybe. Akers
No.
BOG, boys. Well, he's back. Akers is back. Akers is
Akers
going to
is
kick 2 goals. He's all over the place. And Harry will kick 5. Fuck it. 5.
In.
69 in the chat. Hit the like button, man. Good number. 69. Hit like, everyone. Need 69 likes right now. Now.
Still not in your thumb, man.
He'd love that.
Well, you go, bro. You go now.
All right, George just registered. We're gonna win. 100%. Maybe gonna win. Carlton by 9 points. It's not gonna be an easy game. It's gonna be an ugly game to watch, I reckon. Not an ugly as in like a shit game. Ugly as we're gonna feel sick. We're gonna feel sick and shit. But we're gonna win by 9. BOG, I think Walsh is gonna kick it off from where he left last year. Walsh BOG. And I'm gonna say Tom de Koning to kick 3 goals. Most goals scored by Tommy. George.
I'm doubling down. Whatever they try, it's not going to work. Dunkley's going to try tag Cripps. Cripps is going to run off him and kill him. George Hewitt's going to negate Lockie Neal. Brody Kemp will probably throw off Harris. And Harris Andrews is going to think he's going to go to Mackay. Brody Kemp's like, you got me. You got me to deal with today. Throw him off. Throw the defenders off. Chera back in. I'm going to back him for BOG. I'm doubling down. This might be the silliest thing, but I'm going to back him in. I fully think that he's going to fly under the radar and have a ripper game. Ping it into the forward line on the chest of Mackay 3 times for 3 Mackay goals. But I will say equal to him that Jesse Motlop. I'm going to go for the maligned players. I don't give a shit. Jesse Motlop is going to kick 3. We are going to win by 3 points. 3 is the magic number. Go Blues.
Oh fuck.
That's a bold prediction, Georgie. I reckon we win, and I think we do it easily. I think this will be an easy win. I don't rate Brisbane. I think Brisbane have a tendency to shit the bed. I reckon they might start well, and then they're just going to go to shit. I reckon if we're down, I reckon we win easy. But if we're down by 3-4 goals, 3/4 time, I reckon we run over them. I'm going to say 30 plus. I reckon it's going to be a spread of goal kickers. It's going to be a team effort this week. I reckon you have multiple players scoring 2s. And best on ground, I'm backing Blakers. Finals Blakers is back. That's what I want. That's my prediction. Go Blues.
Nice.
I'm pumped, boys. We're in finals. The season starts now.
Yep.
The last 6 months or whatever, they were just to get here. They were just a little tickle, little bit of foreplay. Now we're getting into the real stuff, the good stuff. G'd up.
A lot of innuendos tonight. Yeah.
It's
Hit the
not
like
past
button.
10.
4 more minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited. G up, boys. Moose, I need you to G up, bro. I don't know.
Moose is sleeping.
The pre-workout is long gone now, bro. But no, I'm up and about. Like straight out. We can do it, yeah? Like everyone, get around us.
This is not the
Everyone's
last
right.
preview.
You just want to
This is
drive
not
up to
the last
Brisbane
preview.
right now?
Do you remember, Moose? Do you remember that one night?
The airport?
The airport.
That was bad.
Yeah. Anyway, not a story for tonight.
Andy, the Carlton membership I'm getting is for 2025. Nice, Oz.
Good on you, Oz.
Mm.
Well done. Yeah,
Your
right.
brother George, I'll tell you what, he's getting no plums. He's even disappointing me. And that's pretty hard. Like, he's up there.
We've got this, boys. Can't wait to review the win. And can't wait to watch the replay 3 times before the weekend's over.
I'm going to watch it on Saturday 3 times before it gets to Sunday somehow.
On 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped.
Scotty. That is fantastic.
That's comment of the year.
Bad.
And you know what I've realized? Because, we do go on Spotify as well. And, we sometimes laugh randomly, not explain it. Scotty Tompkins has dropped some gold in the chat saying these fellas giggling about airports has got me sweating. And for anyone listening who's never watched our show on YouTube, if you just listen to it on Spotify, we are 4. How would you describe it if it was a news presenter? 5. Sorry, 5.
5 suspected suspects. That's usually how they address us.
Of Middle Eastern appearance.
Middle Eastern appearance.
G up, boys.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, exciting.
Excited. I don't know how I'm going to sneak away from this birthday. I'm actually trying to come up with a game plan. But I'm trying to work out the venue. I need a blueprint of the venue just to find
Sneak
the
out.
exit. Yeah. Mum's not going to be happy. But what do you do?
Get a helicopter on the roof.
Planes, helicopters. The whites in the chat are going to be stressing.
Oh, shit.
Done?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, ladies and gents. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Monday Blues. Georgie, do you want to give our sponsor a plug?
Thank you, as always, to BluesCrypto.com. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to investing, check out BluesCrypto.com. Very, very easy to get on it. Telegram, Twitter. Check in with Ur as well on the Ask Me Anything sessions on Wednesdays. The process takes about 3 minutes if you want to jump on through Telegram and the Soulflare app, the digital wallet. And Ur personally will also reach out as well. He's actually an absolute gentleman, on the ball, very quick to respond. Shout out to him for the beautiful hat as well. BluesCrypto.com. Thank you for getting around us. Check them out. Go Blues.
Until the review. And hopefully not the last one. It is sayonara from the Monday Blues. Thanks, gents.
Sicky now.